to all. My name is Nanthytha. I am studying 11th standard in CSI Ewards Matriculation School, Chennai. And I am also a student of Junior IAS Academy. Today I am going to handle English grammar, transitive and intransitive verbs. First, let me tell you guys what is meant by verbs. Verbs means action words and they also denote tenses in the given sentence. Verbs are action words and they also denote the tenses in the given sentence. Tenses means there are totally 12 types of tenses in English grammar, like present tense, past tense, future tense, past continuous tense, present continuous tense, future continuous tense. Like that, we have totally 12 types of tenses in English grammar. Okay, so this is about verbs. Now, there are different kinds of verbs. Say for example, auxiliary verbs, main verbs, they are also called as modals. Main verbs are also called as modals. Say for example, may, could, like that. And auxiliary verbs are helping verbs like is, and transitive and intransitive verbs. So there are totally 3 different types of verbs. Now here we are going to learn about transitive and intransitive verbs. So before getting into this topic, we have to be clear with 2 terms. Look, we have to know about what is subject and what is object. See, if there is a sentence like this is a sentence, the man kills a mosquito. Okay, the man kills a mosquito. So in this sentence, you have to find subject, verb and object. Okay, why I am telling you to find subject, verbs and objects means, once if you are clear with subject, objects and verbs, once you are able to identify subject, object and verbs in the given sentence, then it will be very easy for you guys to identify whether the given sentence has transitive verbs or intransitive verb. I will tell you how to make this. Now, subject. Subject means it is the doer of the action. Subject is the doer of the action. And object means the receiver of the action. Now, let me give you guys one example. See, in this example, I have written Raju is playing football. So, now I will teach you what is subject, verb and object. Okay, now we have to identify verb. First, you are supposed to identify verb in a sentence. Then only you can identify subject and object. Because based on the verb only, we can identify the subject and the object in the given sentence. Okay, now I have to find the verb in the sentence. See, where is the verb? Raju is playing football. I told you guys, the words, those who are initiating actions, they are said to be verbs. I told you guys, right? So, here in this sentence, playing is the verb and it also denotes the tense. It is present continuous tense, right? So, it is also denoting the tense of the given sentence. That's what I told you. Verb is an action word and it denotes the tenses. Okay, now we have found verb. Now we have to find the subject and the object. How we can find the subject and object? I told you subject is the doer of the action and object is the receiver of the action. Here, who is doing the action of playing? Who is actually playing here? Raju. Obviously, Raju is playing. Who is playing? Raju is playing. So, Raju is the subject. Subject in this sentence. Okay? And who is receiving the action? Raju is playing football. The action of playing is done with football, right? So, It is the receiver of the action. Actually, the football is the receiver of the action. So, it is said to be as the object O. So, Raju will come under subject. Is, I told you guys, no? It is auxiliary verb. Auxiliary verb. This is playing will come under the main verb. Is auxiliary verb. Football is object. Now, I hope it is very clear with subject, verb and object. So, this is said to be as SVO sentence pattern. Okay, now we'll get into the topic. So, what is actually transitive verbs means? Verbs that need an objective. Objective means it is object only. Object or objective. Anything you can have. The receiver of the action. Anything we can say. So, verbs that need an object to complete them or to add meaning to them, then those kinds of verbs are said to be transitive verbs, or they will come under transitive verbs. Okay, it might be a little confusing while hearing the definition, but when you learn it with examples, it is very easy. I'll put it in a nutshell. Now, here we'll go with the first sentence. The man killed a mosquito. Okay, I told you guys to find transitive and intransitive verbs of a sentence, you have to identify subject, verb and object. It is a procedure. Okay. See, if you want to apply a job or if you want to do anything, there are some procedures, So, same way to find transitive and intransitive verbs, we have few procedures